game, a game that's still in early access. Developed by Tailworlds, the first build came out in 2020 but crashes so much that it ruined all of my personal relationships. In fact, it kept crashing to the point that my vanilla Iron Man campaign of 35 hours, 51 minutes, and 4 seconds became corrupted and I was unable to finish. Excuse me, what the fuck? That fucking sucks, man. Cause Lampshade of Clan LED Bulbs XD had a wife, a kid, and also fucked up armies of 1,000 strong with a nifty little exploit. But instead I was blue-balled from ever seeing the glory of the kingdom of soft white 53 watts energy saving power. So I uninstalled the game. Click. After staring at the Steam icon for about 5 hours straight, I decided to reinstall Bannerlord for the sake of my dying YouTube and Twitch channels. But this playthrough won't be your Graham Grand's unseasoned chicken campaign. That's right, we will be using mods. And you know how I love my mods. No! These 4 mods are your bread and butter. Don't ask me why, just trust me. This lets you enter any settlement with a horse, but it doesn't really work. It's diplomacy, but it's better than vanilla. But don't ask me what else it does. I didn't read it. This one crashes my game. This one I can't even click on. It's grayed out. This lets NPC lords kill other NPC lords. Hard to explain, but it's great. Better AI, you stupid little bit. Lets NPC lords execute the player. The more death, the better. It's for aesthetics. Nope, crashes my game. Loot? I don't even remember what this one did. This is how we make some crispy characters. And this one was something about blood. So the game starts with this very new to me intro cinematic, which is actually pretty cool, I'm gonna lie. It details the history of Colorado about a bunch of Rome simps being great, but then peace brought forth corruption and back to war, you know, blah, 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 human history. Then we get to the good stuff, creating our legend, our god, our alpha. Usually for these videos, I pick a celebrity to create. For this video, I decided to stop beating around the bush and just make our one true Lord and Savior. After finding the broken mod, I recreated Titan to perfection. Then I dumped every possible skill point into trading, cause money. Picking our symbol of oppression, naming our house, selecting the hardest difficulty, we finally get to play this game. Now, our first goal is to make money. Now, there are many ways to make the coin. We can bet and win tournaments, or you could help completely pleasant strangers find willing unpaid interns. Or you can loot the looters, or buy and sell trade goods for profit. But Bannerlord decided to be Bannerlord and fuck me over. That's right, the game updated. With 2 campaigns now gone, I had a choice. I could walk away, leave it right here, or keep going and hit the 10-minute mark on this video so I can run double ads so I could possibly get sponsored by wait, look at this. Make it make sense. So, to start our humble evil empire of tyranny and fear, we need to start 2 things to get the ball rolling. 1, we need money. We've already established how to do that through trade, buying workshops, and making caravans, blah, blah, blah. 2, we need fame. Sorry, renown. As Sun Tzu once said, renown is dope-af. Sun Tzu. You get renown by doing renown type shit, like solving pesky peasant problems or killing bandits, or by winning tournaments. I, for some strange reason while doing my first tournament, saw this tab. Where have I never seen that? What the fuck? It was a leaderboard of wins, and naturally, when I see a leaderboard, I must be on top. So I decided I will spend unspeakable amounts of hours grinding my way to the top to assert my dominance, because plot. Being famous as fuck, I can now focus on building up my clan by becoming a mercenary. And the first people we sell our sword to are the Valandians. And underneath the Valandian paycheck, we fight a long and brutal war with the Western Empire. Yeah, no, I'm not doing that. I'm not about to lose all that. After abandoning Valandia, very bravely if I may add, I seek my blood money with the one, the only, the great... Oh, ho, 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 they have money. Turns out Step Britannia is at war with Valandia. How crazy is that? Small world, huh? Now, me being a former ally turned enemy is kind of a cheap move, but what can I say? I'm a cheap bitch.
Dodge this, you bastard!
During the VB border war, I did everything in my power to avoid civilian casualties. Battle after battle, I developed a strange but totally healthy taste for death. And when the massacre at Abcomer Castle wouldn't satisfy my bloodlust, I set my eyes on a royally big prize. That prize was killing the Valandian king. And adding a successful prison break to my resume, I decided it was time to settle down for a loveless marriage. To my wife, evil wife, ooh, with many dead Valandians, they finally sue for peace. Now, peace is bad for business, so I left them dirty Brits to join the Sturgians because they were fighting the Valandians. Small world. Then my wife got pregnant, which is super weird because we didn't have sex. After a few wins, the 10-day war ended, and so did my income. So I joined the Southern Empire, because... no. And then more war, death, murder, death, and war, and murder, death, and murder. All the good stuff. But eventually, that war ended too. Now, here's the thing. Fighting in all these wars, I made quite a name for myself. Clan Tier 4 renowned type shit, to be accurate. And everyone knows, at Clan Tier 4, you are eligible to create a kingdom. No more fighting for squabbling lords. I could squabble my own wars, thank you very much. And squabble I shall, for the perfect opportunity doth arisen. So, I start sieging the town of Eprokatia. Once it's in my control, I hunt down the remaining rebels, and with the vengeance of 2 lost campaigns, I put their leaders to the sword. This is totally not a foreshadow. Now I am ready to declare my kingdom. All hail the kingdom of all things evil. 6-9. Now at some point during all of this, my wife gave birth to my daughter and she just turned 3. This is the first time I even knew that she existed. So I gave her a name. Little Evil. Totally my child. Now back to the important things. We need a war. It has to be a good war. Lots of death. So I declare war on the Northern Empire because I'm not a fan of their pink-purple faction color. After some battles and a few successful sieges, the Western Empire decides to jump in on the action. But even I know I can't fight a war on 2 fronts. So I negotiate a peace with the North, paying them $0 in war reparations. Talk about OP charm skills. And then I destroy the West. After claiming quite a bit of land for myself, the Western Empire sues for peace like a bunch of What's an evil man to do during peacetime? I'll tell you. Overthink. So I was overthinking. I'm doing this all wrong. I'm playing the game how it's meant to be played. That's not okay. So when the Sturgians attacked, I changed my strategy. I went right for the source. Now with this righteous and just crusade, I eventually eliminated all of Sturgian royalty. But, annoyingly, all of their lands defaulted to the Northern Empire. So, naturally, I declared war on them and began my second righteous crusade. If you're of noble blood, I'd be pretty nervous if I were you. And it seems some of the nobles from other kingdoms were getting pretty nervous because before I could gently retire the Northern Empire, I was attacked by the Khuzaits from the east and the Valandians from the west. And if history has taught us anything, you cannot fight a war on 2 fronts. But I still fought valiantly and bravely to the bitter end, taking a number of lords with me. But eventually, my luck ran dry.
Whoa! Origin! Some of you may die, but it's a sacrifice I am willing to make.
And so, in the end, I find myself at the headman's block. I have no regrets.
What?
Bannerlord is a good game. It's broken and unfinished, but good, just like your mom. Tell her about it for me.